your favorite drink and join me for the September wrap-up. It says vanilla chai. Welcome back, floss friends. I'm Siobhan. This is Several Million Stitches. You should know the drill by now. The floss isn't fancy, the fabric doesn't count, and the stitches don't matter. Here you will find absolutely no enabling. I don't have any fancy fabrics, and most of my patterns are free. It is September 30th today. We're doing a little bit more of a vloggy style because I honestly couldn't find my tripod to set up my camera, so I am holding it in front of my face. I have so many lights on right now, it is going to be a miracle if you can see me through the reflected light in my glasses. September's been a really eventful month. We started it off as a family going on a road trip. We hit 5 provinces in 10 days and did, I want to say 3,500 kilometers of driving, but I actually don't know. Some point I will go through all of that footage and make a video out of it. I think it was quite fun. The places we saw were amazing. I couldn't cross stitch on the trip, but I could crochet for all the hours and hours and hours that we were driving every day. On average we did about 400 to 500 kilometers every day, and that was roughly 4 or 5 hours in the car, sometimes more. So I think the last time you guys saw this blanket, it was like there, maybe there-ish, I don't know, I can't remember, but it now goes all the way to there, and I'm busy finishing off a little dog motif at the top here, which I haven't touched since we got back home because I've been cross stitching. But my blanket for the boat is starting to be actual blanket sized. I'm excited. And it's so soft and cuddly, and I love mosaic crochet. I wish I had learned it earlier. The 100 days, 100 projects is going well. We're on day 8 today. Theoretically I will upload that after this video. Second order of business, I would like to give a big shout out to 3 subscribers, Lala, Mafelda Crafts, and Tina Fraser. You 3 were my first 3 subscribers ever. You subscribed right after my first video, which wasn't even technically a video, and I just wanted to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being the first 3. To my other 25 subscribers that I have at the moment, no less love for you. Then to another 3 people, the subscribers that I've got here in September. This is a small channel, I'm getting 3 subscribers a month. But to Kath Clan, Carol Baldwin, and Angie the Hibernation Stitcher, I just want to say a big hey, thank you for joining me. Third order of business, my something old. I only have photos of this, so here they are. This is what I call Apple. I finished it in 1997. It's approximately 200 stitches excluding back stitching, and it is technically my 3rd finished project. It's stitched 2/1 on 14 count Ada. The red in DMC, I'm not sure if it's 666 or 321, and the rest in those strange anchor floss that I got from my great aunt. This was a project for my grade 7 arts class. We had to make a Mother's Day gift. Since this was the least annoying design, I don't even remember what the other 2 were, I just remember thinking the apple's going to be the one for me. I decided to do this, and I made the frame myself out of cereal boxes with some batting stuck onto it, and some old fabric that my mom said I could have, a little glue, and some really questionable side stitching to make sure the front and the back didn't separate if the glue failed, and I had my first ever fully finished object. It still sits on my mother's shelf at home, which is why it looks like it's covered in the dust of ages. Business the 4th. In September I had 2 finishes, which I am very excited about. It took a lot of long nights, but I got them done, and here they are. I haven't washed them yet, I haven't ironed them yet. That will come later. I have 4 or 5 projects that I need to wash and iron, so I'll do that all in a batch in October. Fiery Dragon by StitchX Cross Stitch Designs. It is 252 by 252, but I didn't stitch the black stitches. I chose instead to do it on 40 or 42 count Oxford linen, as you can see there. It is approximately, I wasn't going to count each stitch individually, but I did count the majority of them individually, 36,000 stitches. Stitched 1/2. This was a gift from my sister in 2018, I think. It's a printed pattern design with the weirdest numbering system for the grid I have ever seen in my entire life. But I started it the next year for my birthday. My birthday is Halloween, so I started on the 30th of October 2019. And I completed it on the 10th of September 2021, so it took me just short of 2 years to stitch. Since I finished Fiery Dragon, I decided to focus on Fairy Morning Stretch, which is one of my lost pieces from the Room of Doom. The artist is Loretta L. Oliver. She designs for stitchingthenightaway.com. But I could not find this pattern on her site at all, so I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, or it came as a freebie with Pattern Viewer when I downloaded it back in 2003. I don't remember. It's 90 high by 200 wide, but only 10,304 actual stitches. Stitched 1/2 in the called for DMC on 46 count cotton even weave, and you can tell that this was one of my first big pieces because that isn't even an inch at the top there. I was going to try and finish her as a book cover, but as you can see, our standard A5 book size is actually too small, so I'm not sure what to do with her. I'm going to have to figure it out. I started her, even though I downloaded her in 2004, I started her approximately in 2007, and I completed her on the 20th of September 2021. One last thing down. 6 to go, I think. You can see a time lapse of her finish in the card. Here we have Mad Alice Cheshire Cat. It's a pattern from Sprite Stitch forums based on the tattooed Cheshire Cat from a American Alice computer game. I've finished it, started in September, finished the first year, I've started the second year, and I'm stitching this with Busy Person 9999. That brings Cheshire to 733 of 17,330 stitches. That is 4.23% complete. Start number 2 is Mines of Moria, which is also a Sprite Stitch Forums free pattern. I have still forgotten to check up who the artist is. It's a deviant art artist, but as you can see, I only did the gridding and the prep work, and then the first 101 stitches done of the 160,000 stitches, 0.06%. Pokemon 5 Gens, stitched 1/1 on 32 count fabric, if I remember correctly. I started this on the 1st of January 2018. I can remember it very clearly. This was it then. This is it now. My third start for 100 days, 100 projects. I'm restarting it because I absolutely hate stitching 1/1. The DMC just slips right underneath the warp and weft threads, and I don't like it, so this is stitched 1/2 on 64 count bed sheet. 64 count, and she's still going to be a big piece. I got 123 stitches of the 250,000 stitches done, which is 0.05%. Violin 2 by Light Unicorn Designs. It is my 4th start. I've just done the 100 stitches and the gridding prep work for the beginning of it. This fabric is not a cotton fabric, but it is a very soft fabric, so I hope that it's going to work. I did 120 stitches of the 66,600 for Violin 2, 0.18% complete. Fractal Feather is by Artecy Cross-Stitch Designs. It is a freebie off of their Facebook page. I have started with just 104 of the 67,500 stitches total, 0.15% complete. Musical Cat 1 by Light Unicorn Designs. I did the counting in the prep work just to make sure that it was actually going to fit, and I started off with about 247 of the 31,000 stitches, 0.8% complete. Piano 1 by Light Unicorn Designs. I am a pianist. I have my own piano in the lounge. One day I will show it to you. Pianos have a great place in my heart, and one of the greatest things that I lost from COVID, which I'm slowly getting back, is my ability to sight read. This piece is stitched on 64 count bed sheet that I painted with acrylic paints, washed, rinsed, heat treated, rinsed in boiling water, and then ironed, and I promptly singed the side that I wanted to use. But I think in the end this light wash is actually going to look prettier, so it all worked out in the end. Piano 1 is 103 stitches of 46,400, 0.22% complete. You'll Never Melt Again on Me by Borta de Nut Adjuran. As you can see, I have added in a plethora of new parked threads over the last month, but I haven't actually added all that many stitches on, probably only 300 or 400. I actually haven't been keeping track, and that's bad of me. I need to get back into filling out my spreadsheets. I am at 6,046 stitches of 314,600 and at 1.92% complete. Sword Art Online is at 7,065 stitches of the 225,000 stitches total, 3.14% complete. Now I've basically just finished that section there and a few of these stitches here. This is a pattern of my own design. If you've been watching the vlog, then you've been watching the progress. Blue Angel by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artist is a South African artist, but I don't think her name is on the pattern, and it's an exclusive from the South African Stitches Facebook group. Because I did confetti long ago, I'm just filling in 3072 blocks at the moment. I filled in all of that section there, and then all of that row there, so I've done about 700 stitches. I've reached 1,179 stitches of the 202,500, 0.58% complete. George is ending up owning one of my focus pieces. It's a Peacock's Garden from Fox and Rabbit Designs, linenandthreads.com. I'm doing all of the basic block outlines at the moment because I'm very, very afraid that I am going to run out of fabric space. It was my first ever sampler and my first ever sell from 2019, so I'm giving myself some grace on the fact that there are clearly very many mistakes. I have no idea how much is complete. I'm guessing probably a third of the February part of the pattern. Lighthouse by Crystal Dable is one of the last pieces from the Room of Doom. I've probably done 400 or 500 stitches on this as part of the 100 days 100 projects vlog, and I'm now into color completing all of the colors that are 100 to 200 stitches. Lighthouse is at 2,546 stitches of 11,520, 22.1% complete. Tinkerbell from the Creatively Crafting Disney sale that started in September 2018. I finished the black border there, and I've added in probably 300 more stitches to her hair. I've finished her bun, and I'm actually finding I'm enjoying focusing on her at the moment. But I am short of 833. I thought I had it. I don't know where it's gone. Maybe it's fallen down. But I need to go shopping before I can carry on. Tinkerbell's numbers are weird. I can't tell you how many stitches I've actually done because the pattern count on Pattern Keeper is odd. But I can tell you that I've completed 9.75% of the pattern. Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers in, at the moment, Variegated DMC 115. I finished all of this in September because I started it in September, and I am doing 100 stitches or so for the 100 days, 100 projects. For the month of September, I did 1,048 stitches on Pandemic, and that equates to 1.36% of the design. Business the 5th. New starts for September. So that's it. My September all wrapped up. Carry on watching me on the vlog. Hopefully there's like 92 days left of my insanity, and I will see you at the end of October. October is birthday month for me. Wish me luck. We are no closer to being able to set off. Our boat now needs its certificate of fitness redone to make sure that she's not leaky and she is safe to sail around the world, because that expired at the beginning of September, and to do that we need to be able to haul her out the water, but where our boat is moored now no longer allows boats to be pulled out onto the hard. It's now going on 6 months that this is happening, and we thought we were going to have it all resolved. And this doesn't even have anything to do with the pan, honestly.